effective, the IMF must represent the interests of all of its 188 member countries, from its smallest shareholder Tuvalu to its largest, the United States. In recent years, emerging market countries such as China, India, Brazil and Russia have experienced strong growth and now play a much larger role in the world economy. In December 2010, the IMF agreed on reform of its framework for making decisions to reflect the increasing importance of emerging market and developing economies.
The IMF is an institution that has gone through reforms for many years. It really started a long time ago, but the latest developments, I would set them as starting in 2006. The latest governance reform is the 2010 reform that was voted but not implemented.
Unlike the General Assembly of the United Nations, where each country has one vote, decision-making at the IMF was designed to reflect the position of each member country in the global economy. Each IMF member country is assigned a quota that determines its financial commitment to the IMF as well as its voting power. It is those quotas that are now being realigned. When fully implemented, the reforms will produce a shift of more than 6% of quota shares to dynamic emerging market and developing countries. The realignment will give more say to many fast-growing countries, including a group known as the BRICS: Brazil, Russia, India and China. These 4 countries will now all be included in the top 10 shareholders of the IMF. The reform contains measures to protect the voice of the poorest countries in the IMF. Without these measures, this group of countries would have seen its voting shares decline. The rebalancing of quotas will also be reflected in the way the IMF's 24-member executive board is organized. There will be 2 fewer seats for advanced European countries, seats that will go to emerging market and developing countries instead, and all executive directors will have to be elected. The reform will enter into force once 3/5 of the IMF's membership, which currently amounts to 113 countries, representing 85% of total voting power, have accepted the proposed amendment.
We have worked really hard in the last 12 months towards implementation and effectiveness of this reform. We've made huge progress, and my hope is that we can get as close as possible to the finishing line in Tokyo.